Welcome to Queen Bee, a 2021 Lagoon 40 catamaran. Let's take a tour. To us, this is a spacious home. After living in a 14-foot trailer for 8 months traveling North America, we traveled across Canada, in through the States, down the west coast of the United States, into Mexico, where we stayed there for 3.5 months. We were inspired in 2020 when we were watching Gone with the Winds on YouTube. This is an owner's version of the Lagoon catamaran, so the whole left side or port side of the boat is for the owners. So there's an ensuite washroom, this office area and sitting area, and then the queen size bed along with a couple of different closets and cabinet spaces. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps the channel. And this is our living and dining room. In sailing lingo, they call it a saloon or a salon. We're mostly in here when it's raining outside. We also cook all of our meals at the kitchen with the propane stove or the barbecue, and we also have 2 mini fridges in here. But as you'll be able to see, we only have 5 cupboards in here, which is why we have to use storage under the settee here or down in the bedrooms underneath all of the beds. On the right side of the boat, or the starboard, we have the 2 guest cabins, and behind me is the guest bathroom, also known as the head, which is a 3-piece bathroom. Come check it out. Starting here at the helm, the layout is designed for visibility and quick access. We're running a full suite of B&G instruments, which gives us all the critical data, wind speed, depth, and heading right at eye level. Just forward of the wheel, we have the primary electric winch. Having power here is a game changer for short-handed sailing, and it helps me in particular on the days I feel weak. For the head sail, the jib lines are led directly to the self-tacking jib track. This makes tacking effortless. You essentially just turn the wheel and the sail handles the rest. It's a simple, efficient system that keeps the cockpit clear of extra lines and simplifies things when the conditions pick up. We bought the boat in February of 2026. We specifically were looking for an owner's version catamaran that was a bit of a non-negotiable, especially for Phil. And once I started to view the different catamarans and walked on board, I could certainly see why a 4-cabin was not really ideal for us. We just wanted a little bit more space, and the owner's version certainly offers that. So when we were searching, we had in mind it had to be a lagoon, and we wanted an owner's version. And this one just popped up at the right time, and we jumped on it, and we're so happy that we did. It did come pretty stock in my opinion. It has a water maker, came with a 9-foot dinghy. The motor, as you know, wasn't even working on it. It has 2 solar panels that Phil can tell you about, and it needs either a generator or a battery upgrade or more solar panels so that we have more power on the boat. So that was one of the disadvantages when we were buying the boat. It was priced lower because of that. After we've taken the boat to the Bahamas and we kind of know what the power situation's like, how much we're using, and Phil is tracking, or he is going to track all of the usage so that we know better of what to do.
So we have 2 solar panels on board, 320 watts each, which gives us a total of 640 watts, which is not a lot for a boat this size. We have 560 amp hours of AGM batteries on board. With AGM batteries, you can only use half of that, so it's actually a pretty small battery bank. That's one of the things we want to upgrade probably fairly soon, is to put on some lithium batteries and some more solar. It has 2 diesel Yanmar engines, both 45 horsepower.
This is on the smaller size of catamarans, being a 40-foot catamaran, but to us, just like having a small trailer was beneficial when we were on the road looking for campsites, we feel that having a 40-foot catamaran is going to be perfect.
It's big enough for us because it's just the 2 of us for most of the time, but it does have space to bring friends and family aboard for those 1 or 2 days a year when they want to come visit us.
Hey, that stern line needs to come off.
Bill, you might get that stern line?
Yeah.
If you've been following along, you know that it took our neighbor Eric a lot of nerve to finally pull his boat out of the slip after 6 years. The sheer number of drawbridges here in Fort Lauderdale can be intimidating for anyone, and they are difficult to do in a monohull without a bow thruster. After 3 weeks out on the water, Eric finally made his way back to the dock slip, but the homecoming wasn't exactly what he had envisioned. Instead of pulling in under his own power, he arrived with 2 towboats on either side of him. It turns out he suffered a mechanical failure right at one of the bridges. He described the whole experience as terrifying, and honestly, it's hard to blame him for feeling that way. With some sailing lessons, a bow thruster, and bigger batteries, he will be out on the water with ease. If you haven't subscribed, please remember to do so. It's free to do. For next week's video, we show you what goes into route planning for getting down to Miami and over to the Bahamas. The weather isn't looking so great for us. Fingers crossed!